Hey YouTube, this is the Robinhood Investor. Hope you had a great week of trading. As always, I really appreciate your support. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn about investing, subscribe to this channel. Today I'm going to talk about a company that reported earnings this past week. That company is Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, currently priced at $3,347 per share. Past year, up 64%. Past 5 years, up 478%. So this is a very high growth stock with a lot of potential upside. Taking a look at my holdings, this makes up 6.39% of my Robinhood portfolio, or $18,009. I'm up 96% on this position, and average cost is $1,703. Scrolling down a bit, this is a market cap of $1.71 trillion. So it's one of the largest companies in the world. PE ratio is 79.64, so it's relatively high compared to the market, but it's a very high growth stock, so I think that PE ratio is justified. And dividend yield is 0, which means they're reinvesting all profits back into growth. Taking a look at the analyst ratings, 94% give it a buy, so it's a very strong buy. Scrolling down a bit, you can see actual EPS of $14.09 per share, which beat the expected EPS of $7.23. So in terms of what Amazon does in terms of their services is they have different segments, including online retail, e-commerce, as well as Amazon Web Services. So that makes up majority of the revenue. Now taking a look at the actual earnings report, this is Q4 2020 financial results conference slides. So the free cash flow is up 20% year over year, which is very impressive. So that's trailing 12 months. And that's 31,000 million, so that's $31 billion. Scrolling down a bit, so you can see free cash flow less principal repayments of finance leases and financing obligations. That's 26% year over year, up from the previous year. Free cash flow less equipment finance leases and principal repayments of all other finance leases and financing obligations, up 72% year over year. So you can see this is a very high growth stock. Shares continue to remain about the same, about 518 million, which is slightly higher than previous year at 512 million. Net sales, you can see this is a very strong year, up 44% year over year. So that's 125 billion relative to 87 billion. Net sales in trailing 12 months, up 38% year over year. In terms of the breakdown, you can see North America sales is 61%. International makes up 27%, and Amazon Web Services make up 12%. So domestically, North America makes up majority of the sales, but you can see that it's steadily growing internationally as well as through Amazon Web Services. Operating income up 77% year over year, so that's a very strong double-digit growth. And then operating income in trailing 12 months up 57% year over year. Net income is up 121% year over year. That's very impressive. That's 3.2 billion in Q4 2019 versus 7.2 billion. So this is a breakdown of their segments. North America, which makes up about 61% of their sales. This is up 40% year over year, which is very impressive. Operating income up 55% year over year. Segment results internationally, you can see up 57% year over year. Operating income loss, 363 million. And then last but not least, Amazon Web Services up 28% year over year for net sales. Operating income up 37% year over year. So overall, across all three segments in North America, international, and AWS, it's a very strong double-digit growth. And I can see them being this kind of growth sustainable in the foreseeable future. And I think this is a strong buy. Now, taking a look at the actual financials annually, you can see from 2017, 2018, all the way to 2020. The revenue and earnings continue to increase. In terms of quarterly, you can see they also continue to increase steadily. So overall, very strong. Now taking a look at the analyst ratings, you can see it's a 1.7, so that's a buy. And out of 44 analysts, average price target is $3,992 per share, which is a lot higher than the current price of $3,352 per share. Taking a look at the key stats. So trailing PE of 80 versus forward PE of 50. So seeing that Amazon continues to increase the revenue as well as their profits, this PE ratio continues to be justified in my perspective. Scrolling down a bit, you can see 52 change, up 57% relative to the S&P 500. So that's 500 largest U.S. companies, which is about 16%. Scrolling down a bit, dividends, they don't pay a dividend yield, so they're reinvesting all profits back into growth. In terms of profitability, it's about 5.53% in terms of profit margin, and operating margin is 5.93%. Now for management effectiveness, return on assets is 5.24% versus return on equity is 27.44%. Overall income statement, very healthy revenue of $386 billion. Quarterly revenue growth of 43% year over year. Gross profit of $152 billion. EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, which is $48 billion. Net income is $21.33 billion, so net income AVI to common in the trailing 12 months. Diluted EPS, earnings per share, is 41.83, and quarterly earning growth year over year is 121%. So very high growth company in terms of revenue as well as the profit. Taking a look at the balance sheet, they have a very strong cash position of $84 billion. Total cash per share is 167.6. Total debt is $101 billion. Debt to equity, so for every dollar equity they have $108 in debt. But I see them continue investing in their innovation and growth. So I think that debt is justified. Operating cash flow of $66 billion and lever free cash flow of $36 billion. So overall, I think Amazon is a very strong growth company, both in their e-commerce space and Amazon Web Services. And the recent circumstance of the pandemic helped Amazon's growth as everything transitions to online. People want to shop directly from Amazon, and you can see their domestic in the North America as well as international markets continue to have a strong double-digit growth. And Amazon Web Services, as people or companies continue to transition their businesses online, Amazon Web Services also benefits from that trend. So overall, both of their businesses in e-commerce and web services continue to grow. Amazon continues to reinvest all the profits back into that growth. So I think Amazon is a very strong buy company. That's all for this video. What are your thoughts on Amazon? Comment down below. I'm going to use my referral links below, and both of us get $20 for using personal capital or free stock for using Robinhood. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn about investing, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.